This is DiligenceMichael. DiligenceMichael. Thank you for coming to this channel. And today I have a special guest and I have a special location that I'm visiting. This is a recycling center. Have you heard of MRF? MRF is Material Recovery Facility. 분리수거장입니다. I'm speaking in English because although my channel is all spoken in Korean, most of them, today I'm meeting Daniel Domnowski and Ted Smith. They're the vice president and the sales manager. I don't know Ted Smith's title. Anyway, I'm at Potential Industries. Right behind me is actually the sorting facility that we're gonna visit pretty soon. And as you see, there are the bales, cardboard bales, and I think some of the other materials also kind of covered in a tarp. Anyway, I wanted to show you from today's lesson is that after the recyclables that you put your recyclable materials in your recycling bin from your home, come to a facility like this called MRF, Material Recovery Facility. And what they do is they sort materials by material type, such as PET, HDPE, like a detergent bottle. PET is like your water bottles, and cardboard like that, newspaper, trash. They're all sorted into individual commodity, such as that. So I'm gonna show you all that in the facility that I'm going to go into, and then also talk about some of the commonly found products, such as Amazon packaging and Amazon envelopes. Could they be really recycled? Can they be really recycled is my question. So I'm gonna ask that to our recycling experts here, and I'm pretty sure they could give me the answer that I'm looking for. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, like, and alarm. And please watch it all the way. This is all about recycling. And if you have any question or comments, please use the comment box below, and I'll see you in the scene.
그래도 저를 위해서 열어주는데 저는 빈손으로 가기가 너무 뭐해서 이 뜨레주로 들러서 롤케이크 사가지고 갈 거예요.
감사합니다. 네. Now I wanted to make this official as possible so that, you know, whenever someone's curious to know, I want to educate them, you know, this is how it works. You know, in the common sense, it has to be just one type of material, or the facility recycling the material has the capacity to sort them out into one piece of material. And not many people know that. I brought this because I see this packages a lot these days. I wanted to bring this because written statement saying that it is recyclable, I mean, as well as this. And
You're recording?
yeah. So you guys are okay recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because when packages arrive at your house, you want to do the right thing and recycle it. So sometimes you get a label and what it says is plastic bag, store drop off. So it's possible you can take this to the store and drop it off. You should not put this in your curbside recyclables.
That's right.
Because when it comes here, this is film and flex plastic, and there is no market for this. For post-consumer, whether it's film or flexible packaging, there is no market in California today for post-consumer MRF sorted film and flexible packaging. There's too much contamination. It's hard to keep different polymers separate.
That's
in
right.
the past, we could take all of this film plastic and the flex plastic and mix it together and bale it up and send it to China.
That's right.
And they would sort it by hand. But that market doesn't exist. In 2018, China closed the door to mixed plastic. In California today, there is no market anywhere for post-consumer MRF sorted film or flexible packaging.
But now all of the other countries have closed their doors as well.
Amazon has two methods to deliver product to households. They can put it in a box, very recyclable, cardboard box.
I have a question. I have a tendency of opening this box in a way, just cut it out. Is it better that these tapes come off the box, or it doesn't matter at all?
If the paper mill had their choice, they would prefer to not have this tape.
Right.
But having the tape there does not reduce the recyclability of this box.
Or the quality of it?
Or the quality, because the weight of this is a piece of liner
Corrugated,
board,
yeah.
and liner board is the corrugated between. So if you take the weight of the corrugated packaging, the cardboard, and you compare it to the weight of the tape, you probably find the tape weighs 1 or 2%, and the cardboard itself would weigh 98, 99%, which makes this basically very good for recycling.
Okay.
But at Amazon, they don't like to do this because this takes up too much space.
Yes.
So the last mile is the most expensive. And that's why more and more deliveries are coming in vans or even automobiles, similar to Uber or Lyft. Sedans, whether it's a Toyota Corolla, a Nissan Sentra, a Honda Accord, look at how many packages are being delivered by people taking them out of the trunk of their car and delivering them for that last mile. And that's why this packaging is becoming so important, because Amazon can get more product in a small Corolla than they can with this.
Right.
So they switched to this very aggressively. They put all kinds of instructions on here on how to recycle and where to recycle. And for the most part, none of this recycling actually.
Yeah, I even contacted that website, but I couldn't really get to a point where I could drop it off. It was like dead end.
And they were told, we're actually not recycling it, we're throwing it away. So Amazon realizes that this is not recyclable, so they decided to go to this new padded envelope, which they say to recycle like a cardboard box.
Yes.
And they're very proud of the fact that they have this foam.
Yes.
If you open this up, inside, the company that makes this is called Henkel, Henkel. They make it for Amazon using paper from GP, Georgia Pacific. They claim that this is recyclable like a cardboard box. I've asked Amazon and Henkel to tell me what the percentage is by weight of this foam, which they agree.
Yes.
Amazon has gone on record and they've stated this white foam is not recyclable during the process of arriving at a paper mill where it's suspended in water called a hydropulper. All this white miracle foam floats to the top of the hydropulper and is disposed of as trash. My question is, on a percentage basis by weight, what percent of this packaging is recyclable cellulosic paper fiber, and what percentage is
the foam?
Is the foam?
Yeah.
To date, Amazon hasn't answered and Henkel hasn't answered. So what I did is I conducted the experiment myself. I cut off this piece right here and I weighed it. I weighed it, and I will send Michael Lee the pictures. When I weighed it, this sample weighed 30. The foam was 5.
Okay.
The fiber was 25. On a percentage basis, that means
Wow,
that 17% of this packaging is the white foam. And that doesn't include 4 things. It doesn't include this label. It doesn't include this label.
Yes.
It doesn't include this label.
Right.
And it doesn't include this plastic here. So
Wow.
what we would like the packaging industry to do is to make their packaging out of products which are easily recyclable in a material recovery facility.
That's right.
At the MRF, we are not in the deconstruction business. What that means is we're not going to be separating things from each other. We're going to be using equipment and people to separate one material from another type of material.
Right.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
I have to go take care of something. I don't know how. Ted, how'd I do, Ted?
You did fine. Yeah, very diplomatic.
The final point that Dan Dominowski from Potential Industries would like to make is curbside recycling and material recovery facility is not the solution for everything. That's just one type of recycling. That's right.
Yes.
So if you're making styrofoam and you're going to have a take back at your manufacturing plant, or if you're making plastic bags and you're going to have a take back at the grocery store, many grocery stores have them. You can see them right by the door. They take back their plastic bags for recycling. There's a farce that was created when they took this chasing arrows, right? We all know the triangle with the chasing arrows, which is Container Corporation of America's symbol to promote the recyclability of paperboard packaging. The plastics industry took their triangle, changed it into the chasing arrows, put a number on there, and told the public, oh, it's all recyclable, just put it in your curbside bin.
Yes.
That's not the way things work.
Yes.
So we're going to start to tell the truth. If it's number one, PET, number two, HDPE, all day long. If you want to put in some PP5 tubs and lids, you know, as long as they're big enough, right? We can't handle a little coffee pod, but if you've got a yogurt tub, we can eject it with the near-infrared optical sorter, and there's a market for it. So 1, 2, 5, bottles, cans, jars, okay.
That's it.
Beyond that, game over.
In the trash can. What's the contamination percentage average?
The average contamination level in California today is probably close to 30% as an average. That means there's some that are higher, and that means there's some that are lower. If you look back 20 years ago, the average contamination was probably 10 or 15%. So there's two problems that have happened. Number one is China's not buying this crap anymore, and so it's not going over there. And number two is the public kind of got a little bit lazy. They were told, hey, when in doubt, put it in your recycling bin. We can handle 1 through 7. And so the public, they kind of think they're doing the right thing. When in doubt, they put it in their recycling bin. A lot of these programs don't continue to get the education that they need, so people can be reminded of what to put in there.
Right.
So it's really the combination of those things that have caused the contamination to nearly double in the last 10 years.
Okay. I have one more question. Was there any change of how materials came in after the pandemic started? Or like shifted in like increased volume or increased contamination or anything that you observed differently?
Yeah, so think about commingled recycling and recycling in general. Let's say commingled recycling. There's most of this is residential curbside recyclables and some of it is commercial. So what happened in the pandemic is the volume being generated for commercial recyclables has gone down. The volume for the residential recycling has gone up because people are spending more time at home.
Right.
Limit those materials to those which is sortable and has markets. And then communicate consistently with the public so they become aware of what to put in the bin and not.
Okay. Thank you so much.
At this point, Mr. Ted Smith from Potential Industries will answer all further questions.
Okay, got it.
Anybody from the American Chemistry Council or Packaging Institute?
Oh, we don't want to get too complicated.
Bring it!
Is this recyclable or not? That's all we need.
Here's his number. Dan's putting you in charge of the task force.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll talk to you before I leave. But
Yeah.
if not, and if you want to take this, if you want to take this, you can.
Yeah. I already got it on my
Okay.
video.
Oh,
So.
Ted, David. All right. Hey, Michael. Great to see you.
Oh yeah.
After the pandemic, so we'll get together for lunch.
Oh come on, please.